Need a mic in this. You can hear me. No? So my hello and warm greetings. Warm means it's very hot outside, so warm is okay. Or I can say cool greetings. Should I say cool greetings? So I'm Krishna Jaiswal, Honorary Consul of the Republic of Maldives. How many of you know Maldives? It's one of the leading tourism destination in the world. And the topic what I have to assert on, I thought about is how to become a successful hospitality professional, is it? This is the topic? So when we talk about cricket, do we need football? And when we talk about football, do we need the cricket bat? So let me understand the definition of success from few of you. What is success? Because what I believe, every person has a different definition for success. So what is success? You can speak in Hindi, Bengali, English. I don't know much of other languages, little Sanskrit I know. So any of you? Who is this? I learn to stand up. That's very important.
Which you want to achieve.
Sorry?
A goal which you want to achieve.
That is success. Okay. What kind of goal it should be? It's like a footballer looking for the goal. Sorry?
Everyone has different kind of goals. Like
what is your goal for? What is your goal for success? Don't give me a politician answer.
No, sir. I want to be a bartender.
Bartender. It's a good answer. Let's give a round of applause for him. Anybody else? What is success? Any girl child? Girls don't want to become successful? What is success? Get up. Sorry. What is success? You all are, you are studying. All of you are studying. This is which standard? Second year? Second year. So semi-senior. I think this is 4-year course?
Yes.
So you are almost senior, semi-senior. So everybody looking for success. Now you're not here to just, you want to become a bartender and drink your own drink.
No, sir.
So that's why, you all are looking for success. What is success for you? Be free. Let's talk as friends. I'm an old friend, 50-year-old. But what is success? For you, what is success? Keeping quiet. Keeping quiet is success. What is success? Give a simple, relax, like you're talking in family. Like you must be speaking to your parent, this I want to. That is success, what. You have come to this institute, many people have gone to some institute to chase some dream. That dream is success, as he rightly said. The future bartender guy. I don't drink, but bar is important. Yeah. What is success for you? You think for some time. Anybody else? You? You can answer. You can't answer a simple 2 years of education. You can't answer what is success. What do you want to become?
A front office manager.
So that is success for you. Round of applause for it. And who else? Who else? Anybody? Sorry? Yeah, I told you to kindly say. Different people have different definition of success. So as you rightly said, we all want to achieve something. So do you think once you achieve that, you're successful? The day you become, suppose a doctor person, medical student becomes a doctor, law student becomes a lawyer, bartender becomes a, what's your name? What's your name?
Arman.
Arman has a Arman to become bartender. So you want to become, so that is success. Do you stop once you become that? So you have to, keep endeavoring. That means success is not a destination. Is it? You have to keep going on. So that journey is success. I personally believe, I don't believe in much of reading speeches. If I have to read speeches, then better I should print out 100 copy and distribute. You all read, I go home, and we can do some recording on the camera. Nowadays on social media, we can put it around. Whatever you're doing, if you do it well, that is success. Because success is not one point. It is a journey. Even at 50, if somebody says, am I successful? I am looking for something more. That is how, you have to keep moving. If you stop, success will fizzle out. The bartender now, Arman knows. What is fizzling out? You open a soda, you keep it. After half an hour, it is water. It fizzles off. So success is ongoing. Front office is ongoing. You got your job in the front office, you stand there, guest is coming, I don't want to work, I am successful, I am front office staff. Ongoing. So whatever you're doing, you have to do it well. You came in the morning, you took a shower, shower well. You're wearing your attire, now you're wearing your uniform, in future you're wearing some other uniform, wear it well. Well means you don't have to put gold thread. Iron it, clean it. You know, how you present yourself. That is also part of the game. You know, you cannot be shabby. It's not always about quality and brand. How you present yourself, you know. So whatever, if you how many of you polish your own shoe? I do polish my own shoe. Polish it well. You're brushing your teeth, brush it well. You're coming to study, study well. You're doing phakabaji, don't do that well. You know, you have to do. See, this is an age and era for you guys to create your career. This is not the time for you to keep the desktop screen in front and looking for, I don't know what card game they play. You know what is that game? You put one card. What is that? I don't know what game they play. You have to put one card, then it completes and this and that. That is not about life. If you're chasing success, believe me, success is an ongoing process. But it is only open for the one who are serious enough to chase it. You know, I always say, when you talk about this, old, because so many universities have invited me. The real definition of success is whatever you're doing with your whole, you know, your predilection. What is predilection? You like something. There is a lot of people, you must have heard, do what you like, isn't it? But that luxury everybody doesn't have. So start liking what you do, isn't it? If you don't like your job, that doesn't mean that you'll not be successful. You should start liking your job. You know, we are humans, we are flexible. If we want to like something, we can like it. Even at this moment amongst you, there must be one student who is not listening. I can guarantee you that. You cannot force them to listen. If somebody wants to change, success is available. If somebody doesn't want to change, success is not available. It is very simple. What is change? Adaptation. You know adaptation? What is adaptation? You look very serious with a mustache. What is adaptation? Adaptation is in a new scenario. The front office lady is going to a hotel. She is not liking the hotel. That should not make her change the hotel. She has to adapt, isn't it? For that moment, for few years, you are interning or you got the new job, you have to adapt, isn't it? Isn't it? Sit down. You know, you have to adapt. Adaptation is big power. You are in a particular, say a fraternity. You all are targeting hotel? What you are targeting? This all are hospitality management? So you all want to join a hotel or a resort or a hotel. Nowadays, hospital management is there, a lot of this is there. So adaptation is very, very powerful thing for success. You know, the moment you step out of your residence, you cannot expect everything will be of your liking. Can you have everything of your liking? Suppose we are going out, it is hot. Can you change the heat? But you can switch on the AC, isn't it? You can switch on the AC. That is not changing the world, but for you the world has changed. Suppose the AC is not working in the car. You'll run back. You have to come. That is adaptation. That is very important. And next one thing is very important for success. I believe there are 4 C's. 4 C for success. Am I boring? Then I'll keep it short. Because I have some juice, chips I can sit and eat. 4 C's. One is character. Do I know to define character? Respect others. Whether you like the person, don't like the person, for that moment respect the person. Even despite it, if you don't like the person, don't meet him or her. But show your true standard. You cannot deprecate yourself. So first is, no, respect is R, I said C. What is first one? Character. Second is, अरे यार C बोल रहे हैं तो you are bringing respect. I have to teach English also. C is, first is character. Second is compassion. What is compassion? We are talking as friends. What is compassion?
Like doing something we like.
I said that is compassion. You are writing a new dictionary. Compassion is the emotion towards others. I give a very simple example. If I have pain in my leg, I feel bad. But if I hear that you have pain in your leg, I feel bad. If I have food for me and I can see a hungry person, I may give him. Sometimes we are traveling, you cannot give, but you feel bad. That is compassion. Feeling about others' emotion. That is compassion. Number 3 is, what is number 3? Confidence. That is very important. The most important thing for success in entire world, pan world, is confidence. He wants to become bartender, she wants to become front office, somebody else wants to, nobody wants to become GM of a hotel. Think big. Who wants to become GM of a hotel? Oh, very nice. Straight you will go and become GM. What is your name?
Jaiswal Khan.
Give him a round of applause. At least that confidence. Why don't we talk about, when you said bartender, you think about owning a bar also. Think big. Don't be miser in your dreams. Why should we be miser in our dream? If we think small, I'm not saying anything is small, even that, not small. But think that I'll one day become, then only you will chase that goal. So, confidence. What is confidence? There is a doctor, there is a lawyer, there is an engineer, there is a scientist, but they are hiding. You have to come out. You have to be emotional at the same time, you have to be confident. You know, there are 2 types of confidence. You must have heard it. What is 2 types of confidence? One is real, one is artificial. You know what is the difference? What is the difference? You look very serious. What is your name? Neman. What is the difference between, what are the 2 types of confidence? What are the difference between real and artificial confidence? Anybody here? You hiding inside? What is the, be confident. Stand up, yes. What is the difference between real and artificial confidence? There is no difference. Sit down. There is no difference. If you feel confident, show confidence. Am I clear? If you feel confident, show. If you don't feel confident, acting karo. You enact confidence. Nobody can make out. Can anybody make out that you are confident, not confident? It is how you present yourself. World is not bothered whether you are nervous or not nervous, whatever. You just come out confident. Maybe the other one is more nervous. Who knows? Just come out like that. So 3 C's we have spoken. What should be the 4th C? What was the first C? Character. What was the second one? Compassion. Very nice. See, at 50 I am forgetting. Number 3? Confidence. Which should be the 4th? Communication. You know everything. So you have got the textbook, you have read everything. But you are not communicating. Teacher is asking what should be the answer. I know. Communicate. How will one know that you are a good boy, you are a good lady, good student, good performer? There is an interview going on. I will not answer. I know everything. He looks like an imbecile. He is an interviewer. Show your compassion, show your discipline, show your respect. Give the best impression. You know, your first impression should be best impression. First impression is bad one, the bad one is going to become the last impression. I don't know whether the saying is this or that, but make it the best impression. So, communication. Express yourself. If you are good in English, express in English. If you are not good in English, we are Indians, talk in Hindi. If you don't know Hindi, talk in Bengali, we are in Bengal. If even beyond that, learn more language, but express yourself. If you don't communicate, you are going to discount your success. What is discounting success? There is a big success written, but you are feeling little shy. Everybody feels shy. I am meeting all of you for the first time. At 50, I may not feel. At 25, I would be feeling little shy. It is natural. We all are human. Huh? Do you need battery charge in the morning? You? So we are human. You will feel hungry. You will feel thirsty. Garam hole, you will sweat. Thanda hole, you will need a sweater. Bhalo na lagle, you will feel little. People say shy. It's not shy. You are not liking the person. That is the shyness. You are reluctant. Communication. These 4 things are very important. So in the meantime, do I have more time? Should I share a short story?
Yes, sir.
If I don't want to share a story then? So, learn to say no. But not always. Your examiner is serving the paper. No, I don't want it. No. The right place. Sometimes in your real life, see, in my age, I have seen the world in my own caliber. Sometimes, some people are going to bog you down. What is bog you down? You have to do it. You're not a slave. Sometimes to save your... See, at a particular stage, you have to earn your bread. You cannot act like a hero. You know what is a hero? What is hero? Like you. Nice hair, nice this. Hero. But in real world, you have to be practical. What is practical? At that point, you're not liking. But there, you have to draw a line. Draw a line. Beyond the point, you're not going to go complacent. Self-respect. That is very important. So, learn. One of the big power that you will earn at an age, that is the power to say no. And that will come after an age. But for my story, this is one of my very favorite story. But I have not written it. And I don't use much of downloading. I don't download much. This what I have spoken to you, I never thought in my car also. I was just, this is spontaneous I am talking. This is about, I don't know, you heard about this. This is a tiny frog. This is one of my very favorite story. In one of the university, I told this story. The professor came, sir, I know it. I know this story. I'm like, you have not written it. I have not written it. It is for somebody else. So this story is, what do you call, you're all from Bengal, Kolkata, or outside? Outside? Which part? Bihar. Okay. And what happened? You'll raise your hand and drop down. You're using your power to say no. What do you want to say? Huh? UP. Okay. So we have mixed bag. So I think then I'll speak in English. So in Bengali, what do you call frog? Bang. In Hindi, what do you call frog? Huh? Jada pasand hai. You like frog too much. Huh? So there was a tiny frog, tiny frog. So there was a saying in the frog community that frogs cannot climb a tree. Frogs cannot climb a tree. There was a small pond. There was a community of frog. They used to stay. So every morning this tiny frog used to try and climb a tree. You have read this? Don't tell them. Let me tell. So it used to try and climb the tree and it used to fall. So all the elderly, the elderly frog, they used to come. What are you doing? We are frogs. We cannot climb the tree. So the frog again, tiny frog again used to go up, down, fall. Everybody now after 4 or 5 days, they started laughing. They started laughing. Because what happens when you fall? The imbeciles will laugh. The definition, you know what is imbecile? What is imbecile? Anybody? You? You look very smart. What is imbecile? You're not smart. Oh. What is imbecile? Imbecile is foolish. Imbeciles is, there are other words, that is a sophisticated word for an idiot. Imbecile. Thank you. So, when a person falls, a lot of people laugh. That is the first sign of imbecile. Not amongst friends, in general society. One day all the elderly frogs came and they could not find the tiny frog. Now they are shocked. Oh, poge more gache. Dube gache, whatever happened, they started looking. Suddenly they could hear a frog voice from the top of the tree. And along with there is a sparrow. They are singing. The frog is also singing. Now all the elderly frogs were shocked. The frogs cannot climb a tree. He is sitting on the tree. They said, "Usko chodo." Call his father. They called his father. Now, what happened? What did you teach your son that he has climbed the tree? His father said, "I also told him you cannot climb a tree because everybody says that. I myself, I have never climbed a tree." Then what happened? Well, I don't know. Call him down. Then his father is doing like this. What you are doing? Call him. Well, my son is, the frog's son is deaf and dumb. You know what is deaf and dumb? He cannot hear. He cannot speak. Well, okay, with sign language, call him. So with sign language, he understood. He asked him, "How did you climb the tree?" So with his sign language, he told his father that when everybody was saying, "Na, gir jaoge, gir jaoge, gir jaoge," he thought, "Chad jaoge, chad jaoge, chad jaoge." He got up. Stay deaf to negativity. क्या मतलब हुआ? माथा बहुत जोर हिला है. What is a good name? हाँ? अपना नाम तो जोर से बोलो. Rupak. What is the meaning of stay deaf to negativity, Rupak?
It means if someone...
Don't be pessimistic. Don't agree to negativity. Rupak, you cannot do this. How can anybody say you cannot do this? If anything is possible, it is possible for everybody. If anything is impossible, it is still possible for somebody. Because there is nothing called impossible in the world. You know what is impossible in the world? Can anybody tell me what is impossible in the world? Only impossible is impossible. There is nothing impossible in the world. If you have a will, there is a way. So that frog, the tiny frog could climb the tree. Why, you know? It was deaf to negativity. Don't limit yourself. But don't act like Superman also. Ki chat pe chale gaye, now I am becoming Superman. Don't. See, imbeciles, I have clarified. There is no scope for imbeciles. But you know, imbeciles can become intellectual if you have good friends. If you have a friend who says, "Kal ke cinema dekhte chol, class bunk kore," imbecile. Start chatai doing, remove the imbecile. He is going nowhere. The actor is earning money doing cinema. He is spending his money watching cinema. That best he can do. No, I am not saying cinema is bad. Enjoy cinema also. But don't miss your classes. Don't be an imbecile. Be deaf to negativity. Say no to negativity. What is negativity? Can anybody give me example? He is looking very serious. What is your name? Kuntal. What did I ask you? What is negativity? Kuntal, you cannot answer. This is negativity. Kuntal, you can answer. This is positivity. Now you prove which is right. Give answer. What is negativity? Oh, it's a very difficult question. You know, this question is very difficult. What is negativity? Somebody is criticizing you. Hey, Kuntal, you cannot do this. Kuntal, this is your limit. These are negative. Isn't it? Huh? So, success, you need to be very, very confident. You have to communicate. Now, let us speak a little bit about character. What is character? What is good character? What is good character? Now, they are not looking at me, because if they look at me, I will ask you, what is your name? Arup? Saurabh? Yeah, set your tie, everything. Now you answer. What is the question I asked? Huh? Good character. What is good character? Respect others. Especially the ladies. It's very important. Respect everyone. Be compassionate. Respect everyone. Irrespective of age, caste, creed, race, gender, nationality, respect. This is very important. If you don't respect others, how can you deserve and expect respect for your own self? But first, respect your own self. It's a very heavy line I am saying. It's a very heavy assertion. Respect your own self also. How will you respect your own self? How will you respect your own self? You have to be true. True to yourself. Little bit acting is okay. But you have to be true to yourself. You're going to class, be true. You're going for lunch, be true. Don't become fat, but be true. Whatever you're eating, be true. true, honest. That gives you a lot of self-respect. Respect yourself. These are very important. And one more important thing, how do you define success? How do you know that this person is successful? You did a lot of puja. You get up. What is your name? How do you know this person? What is your name? Ankon. Ankon. What is success? Suppose there are 4 people. है ना 4 लोग 4 people are standing. Suddenly you feel this person is successful. होता है ना, this person looks. How do you find that this person is successful? Appearance. है ना? Basically, majorly you will see this person is successful. But who knows? You never know. Whatever a person is flashy, if a person is flashy, you never know. Suppose the person is coming in a very big car. The car is on loan. We are not laughing, but the world is, you have all types of people. There is one person who is coming in a small car. वो उसका अपना है. There is another person who is coming in a very big car. वो उसका loan में. He is every day fighting with his wife for the EMI. You know EMI. But when you see, you will judge. Learn to be very, very prudent enough to understand these things. Because you guys are very young. When you step in the real world automatically will teach you a lot of things. But these 4 parameters are very important. Your character, your confidence, and compassion is very important. And character already said, communication. These 4 things. I don't want to pull it very long. Thank you very much. As the Consul of the Republic of Maldives, I require. In my school days, when I was speaking, when the guest used to speak, if we are bored now, we used to clap. So I could understand before I concluded. Sit down. Thank you very much. As the Consul of Maldives, I can welcome you all. Visit Maldives. At this age, I don't know you guys are going for tourism, but for your job, my contact details are there. Small, I would like to share one thing. Can I share some more? Yes, sir. I met around 15 years back, I met this young guy in one of the hotel. I don't want to take name. He was serving tea. So I told him that the sparkle in your eye doesn't match your job. No, sir, I am intern. So I gave him one card. I am not saying pompously that the magic is in my card. Today he is the GM in one of the resort in Maldives. So dream big. At 50 I am dreaming. But don't keep dreaming. Like Arman ke bagal mein. When you want to become something, don't limit that. But don't stop. You want to become a bartender, you have to learn. That juggling, nowadays they juggle and whatever those things. I don't drink, I'm not aware, but social media you can understand. Keep adding on these learnings and these things. But don't limit your dreams. If you limit your dreams, then miracles doesn't happen. You know how miracle happens? When you dream big and you chase also. There are 2 types of dreamers, One dreamer will dream and sleep. Then he gets up, again he dreams, again sleeps. Another is the dreamer who chases the dream. And if you chase your dream, you have to work hard. Like you want to become front office. What else? Do you want to become what?
Front office.
Front office. There is a competition for you. Next. अरे ये तो और क्या पहले जाते ही होटल में से सर आई एम फ्रॉम दिस और आई कैन आई बिकम द जीएम तो ठीक है वन मोर कंपटीशन यू व्हाट डिड यू से तो इतना धीरे बोलोगे तो सर आपका आलू टिक्की रेडी हो पता ही नहीं चलो जोर से बोलो सिट डाउन वेरी नाइस यू फूड एंड बेवरेज एंड शेफ अरे इतना शेफ आई विल बिकम फैट व्हाट Chef. Safe. You want to be safe. Front of it. You want to... See, these answers they are giving. So this is the power of education. They know what they are chasing. And you. इतना दो तरफ देख के क्या सोचे इतना देर में? You. Chef. So lot of competition is there. And you. Bartender. Hey, yeah, we have a competition. and he looks smart also. Yeah? F&B. And you have some change in mind. Now you want to change your this from bartender to front office, and you F&B, and you front office. And you have answered. And who's left? You. Huh? Revenue manager. Oh, very nice. Chalo, next. You already said. Any change? You want a lot of competition? And all of you, 3 people, you just want to serve tea here. What do you want to become? Huh? Chef. And chef. You're enjoying a lot of food yourself. Huh? You? Huh? So this is, you have to change. And you? Chef. So what cuisine you all, like all cuisines you are learning? So very nice. Whatever you do, whether you're in the front office or want to become a chef or a bartender or whatever here, F&B, this and that, try to improve. There is nothing called best. If somebody says that I am the best, that person is an totally intellectual person. Now you have understood? Intellectual, replace the word with opposite. Nobody can be best. Nobody on the face of the, because the second person is coming. If somebody says best, that person is complacent, overconfident. There is nothing. Only one thing you all can do. You know what? Improve. As a consul, I can improve. As a chef, you can improve, isn't it? How will you improve? Don't keep eating your own food. Let people comment. Then you will know whether the food is good or bad, this and that. The very important thing for success, one more important thing for success is improvement. Don't be shy of improvement. Keep learning every day. Even now I am in touch with so many 5-star chefs. I am not much into eating. But even small portion, it becomes so very sumptuous and beautiful. How you present. I am talking about aloo chokha. How many of you know aloo chokha? I met this chef, he presented me aloo chokha. Joyanto Babu. I could not understand that this is chokha. Presentation. But when I took a bite, Arey, come here, this is aloo chokha. Present. This is the differences of the star in the property. How you present. Same soda. How much you pay for the soda? Coca-Cola? I had the last cola 20 years back. But I am not saying good or bad, whatever. 10 rupee, 20 rupee. When you go to a 5-star, 3-star property, it becomes 40, 50. You go to 4-star, it was 60, 70. When you go to 5-star, it becomes 100, 200, 300. But we love paying for that. You know why? Yes. And the very important parameter for presentation is what you know. What is the most important parameter? Am I pulling it too long? No. What is the most important parameter for presentation? Now, if you don't answer, then what bartender and what front office and this? What is presentation? You, front office. What is presentation? Bartender, chef.
To make it eye-catching.
Stand up. You have to learn this etiquette is very important. Your guest is coming, you are sitting, you want check-in. Get up. This is also presentation that how you present yourself. You said?
To make it eye-catching, attractive.
Eye-catchy is a wrong word, but in a way it is good. Yes, it don't. Smile. The most important thing that you have in hospitality sector, you have a headache, don't come for the job that day. Consult a doctor, then take a paracetamol. If the doctor suggests. Mere bolne mein mat lena bhai. But smile. I told this earlier also in lot of hospitality institute. The person is coming in a crystal glass, he brings the tea or the best champagne and is frowning. ऐसा लग रहा है जैसे he is going to hit the. It is totally sabotaging the quality. Even in a small matti ka kulla, in a mud vessel, if the person is, nowadays in 5-star, if they bring matti, oh, so nice. But that smile. Not laughing. And that guest is coming. No. Calibration. If a batsman thinks every ball he will hit 6, the ball can hit the stump also. Everybody is not Yuvraj Singh or that young guy, Suryavanshi. Everybody is not like that. You have to save your stump and hit for 6. Smile. Whether you like, smile. Whether you don't like, smile. Why? You are in hospitality sector. There is a secret about smile, I tell you. Scientifically it is proven. If your smile is real, you know there is a hormone secretion when you smile. I forget to smile, so actually I am reminding myself. There is a hormone secretion. It keeps you happy. You know, even if artificially you are smiling, the hormone secretion is there. Smile. Practice it every day. But don't practice if you have not done your homework, teacher is hitting you, you are smiling. Don't practice so much. But see, draw a line, draw common sense. Very important thing what we missed is common sense. Matha Nogale, what is common sense? What is common sense? Common sense is common sense. Most common sense which has become nonsense. Common sense. Good is good, bad is bad. But you have to understand, suppose there is a very rich person who is checking into your hotel, but he is very rough, arrogant, obnoxiously behaving. You cannot behave badly. You know why? You are representing the hotel. You are representing the organization. You are going to earn bread for yourself and family. There is no scope for arrogance. The best word, alternate word for imbecile is arrogant. Worst thing a person can do is be arrogant. Never be arrogant. Don't be complacent also. As I said, don't be a slave also. But you have to smile. That person is shouting, you are smiling. It's okay. Smile. Because you are you. You cannot keep changing like a chameleon. You know what is a chameleon? Girgit, you know. Don't keep changing colors. This you have to practice every day. At 50, I am practicing. Smile. In hospitality, believe me, this is one of the most pivotal things that you can do is smile. Because in real world, it is difficult. You know, it becomes very hot, we frown. If I am not liking the person, we frown. It's very important. So, I will conclude the speech for today and thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your wonderful speech. I'm confident that our students have learned something new and that will enlighten them to progress in their career path. So now I shall request our honorable guest, the general manager of one particular hotel, Peerless. So, you know, it's very difficult to become a general manager, but you have to learn the progress. You have to learn how he became such a manager and he grabbed such a position, because I know him personally. He was the training manager of a 5-star hotel earlier and he worked in different sectors as a manager. So if you kindly tell our students about your success story, how you become a manager from the very beginning when you started your career, and then how the progress was happened, so that our students may know this thing. If you kindly say. Thank you.
Very good morning, all of you. Good morning, sir. Honorable everyone on the dais, and I think when we are all living in India and we are all Indians, I think this is our first logo of hospitality, right? So I think probably we should feel proud. When we greet each other, we should always proudly say Namaskar, right? So in different region, probably if we are at West Bengal, so it is Namaskar, right? But when we travel from states to state, it is Namaste, right? Very recently I have had a brief stint at Orissa, and they used to say Jai Jagannath. So every region has its own charm and flavor, right? So it is up to us how we carry that legacy. It is up to us how we carry that tradition from generation after generation. So with that, I would like to start off from where our Honorable Consulate, Mr. Jaiswal, has left. And honestly speaking, during the time while I was here and I was listening, probably I don't know, probably it is, I take it every day, no matter whichever profession we are, whichever designation we are, every day, every moment we are a student. We have witnessed such a wonderful session, and probably he was talking about the definition of success and the 4 C's. Trust me, these were the exactly 4 C's I was thinking ki probably with such young team in my routine life, and if I have to engage somebody who is new in hospitality, I think these 4 C's would do wonders, provided they understand the importance of this, right? So I would just like to take it back in terms of how I have started my journey as requested by Mr. Jayanta Ghosh, and I'd like to give you a little brief with the real-time insight so that you see yourself currently, you assess yourself, you understand your potential, you recognize your talent, and then you cruise along, right? So life will be little more meaningful, right? Are you all with me?
Yes,
Right? Sure? You all had breakfast, I'm sure, right? Anybody feeling sleepy? Right. So when I would be starting, trust me, I would like to keep all of you busy, and I'll be asking you random questions, right? If you can answer me in English, fine, or in Hindi or in Bangla. Anything is most welcome. But yes, since we are in hospitality trade, our first responsibility is we should try to adapt speaking in English. That is our first motto, right? And that is also the first sign that you show that you are coming out of your complacency or your comfort zone. Normally what happens? We are born, we are raised in our family, we meet with people around in the society, and we prefer to use more of the regional language, right? এই আজকে কেমন ছিল ক্লাসটা? আর না ভালো লাগলো না, লেকচারটা পছন্দ হলো না, বোর লাগছিল. So it comes spontaneously, right? So this is the stage where you should do every such thing which must encourage you to leave your comfort zone, because this is the best stage. If you can do it now, it is like struggle now and enjoy later, or you want to do it the other way around, enjoy now and struggle later. Can I see hands who would like to go for the first option, that enjoy now and struggle later? Anybody? Please be honest. Okay, I mean, we will not mind. We will understand probably what is going on in your mind. So nobody for enjoyment now and struggle later? Okay. The second category, struggle now and enjoy later. Can I see some hands? Okay, for people who have not raised their hands, that means you don't want to struggle and you don't want to enjoy. How is it? What is the mechanism? Both. So you want to enjoy and struggle together? Okay. Half. So it again calls for a self-discipline. You should understand where to pitch in with a glass of beer and where to do your duty, which it matters the most. I am coming. So while I would like to take you with a little brief insight about how I have started my journey, and I would like to give you a brief insight so that maybe you can understand not only the fact that what you think, you fancy that, that probably this is what I want to become, and it will be very easy to achieve maybe over the next 3 or 4 or 5 years. But life shows you a different picture. Life gives you a challenge at every moment. Now the important thing, how you embrace those challenges, how you identify your mistake, how you change yourself faster, how you adapt yourself, it all depends on our will factor. Right? Some time back we were listening what sir had just mentioned about that, like we need to be adaptable, right? So anybody can tell me one quick understanding about adaptability? Yes? Anybody? Or you want me to choose to answer? What is adaptability? We heard about just a couple of minutes ago. Who can give me an example? अच्छा आप मुझे definition मत बताओ, आप मुझे एक example से बताओ कि ये अगर हम करेंगे तो ये हम adaptability इसको हम बताते हैं. Please.
So means one person who are changing their state.
Give me a real-time example. Again, no politician answers or no bookish kind of a answer. Real-time. आपने जो कुछ किया, or maybe you have seen others doing. Give an example. What is adaptability?
I am changing my state with UP in the Kolkata, UP to Kolkata, and I am adopting their languages and other things which happen here.
Okay, what's the good name?
Ronak.
Ronak. Okay, he deserves a clap? Yes. Please sit down. So my story starts in the year 1999. So during my education phase where I was studying, I passed out from IIAS, Salt Lake, Kolkata. So when I studied hotel management, and prior to that, when I was just doing my intermediate, I saw that there was a craze going around कि चलो hotel management करते. Why? We don't have to study more in hotel management. So that was the news in the air. And all those students who find studies very boring, oh, let me make my career in 5-star hotels, and let me be a part of that glamorous world. Let me wear like suited, booted in blazers, like well groomed, and stand in the lobby, and maybe like I will have a glamorous life. So this was the kind of image or the kind of understanding where during our time where we have pursued a career in hotel management, we used to think two things. Life would be wonderful in a glamorous industry, job would be very easily available, and not major studies. ज़्यादा पढ़ाई नहीं होगा, right? So these were few of the things which was spinning in my mind as well. So I stepped in, I graduated. So during my internship, when I was a part of hotel management course and I was pursuing, and I still remember my first exposure in the industry happened with Holiday Inn Nainital. It is popularly known as Mannu Maharani Hotel, right? So I got my first exposure over there, and I was given a department which I was not much in favor of. So I don't probably thought of that I would fancy that department. So I was given a responsibility of housekeeping department. And the first job, first day, the first assignment given to me after I was, I'm done with the basic joining formalities and stuff, is that there are a lot of checkout rooms, and I was given in one floor after a quick brief show around कि हाँ ये सारे रूम के बाथरूम क्लीन करना पड़ेगा. You have to clean means clean. You cannot even ignore any nook and corner of that. And that very well reminds that there's something which is a spot of fear, and I was under a botheration. Oh my goodness, WC is also a part of bathroom. How to ignore that? So life gives you different moment. Now it is up to us how we react. So maybe housekeeping was not a part of my favorite subject, so to say, but I cannot ignore that. Not because that I had to have a certificate at the end of the tenure, but yes, it is also a part of that journey. Because had I not worked for 1 month in housekeeping, now when I'm standing over here and I'm addressing you, and in the position of a general manager should know every single entity of the hotel, whether it comes for front of the house or it comes for back of the house. So you cannot be a general manager or you cannot be a head of the department until and unless you have an understanding of all other departmental functionalities, right? आपको तो समझना पड़ेगा. You need to understand the mechanism how a hotel system works on, right? So that was my first journey, and of course then moving forward, I also got an exposure with food and beverage department as well as with front office department for a brief stint. And then I remember the last 1 month I was put in the kitchen and I got very happy कि चलो अभी तो किचन में मिल गया मुझे, कुछ तो अभी खाना बनाएंगे सीखेंगे. And my very much purpose of me pursuing the hotel management was because I was motivated right from a very childhood stage at home. I used to draw inspiration from my mother cooking different kind of dishes. So I thought maybe why not I can become a chef. Right? The dream can be unlimited. Right? You are most welcome. You have the license to dream. But at your stage, even when I was at your age, I used to also think, I used to dream big. But again, when you face the reality, you will understand whether your dream is backing up with your talent. I have a dream, but my nature of working, my interest lies on the opposite direction. How can I have my dream which would be a carbon copy of the world's real-time existence? It cannot happen. So, you really need to be very conscious. So when I was put in the kitchen, I thought maybe chalo khana wana banane ke liye thoda mauka mil jayega and probably I will get to see some nice European dishes and some continental stuff and some Chinese, and I was fancying. So I thought probably chalo last 1 month would be a happy hunting ground for me. So when I reported the next day morning in the kitchen, I was given a vegetable section where for 12 hours I have only peeled onions and chopped onions with tearful eyes. And when I was given a task, I saw one full sack of onions and I was asked, जितना जल्दी करना है आप करो, हाथ मत काटना, लेकिन बचा के, लेकिन आपको अनियन काटना होगा. So now, then I realized when I was at home cooking for 2 people and cooking for 1,000 people at a hotel is not the same thing. Maybe I was thinking I can become a great chef. But now when I met the reality, I saw, no, that is not my bread and butter. Eventually, when I got through into my final year and I graduated, and then I realized, no, I'm not very confident if I pursue a job of a chef. Not because I don't want to discourage you, but definitely this would be an eye-opener for you. Because if I go into production or if I go into some other department, say for example, maintenance department, these are very highly skilled oriented. Right? So if you have to crack an interview, even in the production department, what? You need to give a trade test? आपको 2-4 मेन्यू आपको बताएंगे, they will give you maybe one choice of soup or maybe a main course and a dessert? Yes or no? So you have to make it. So when you are making, how you are presenting it. Okay, when you are making, how hygienically you are maintaining the working tabletop. What is your technique, style of cutting skills, right? Okay, your time management. Okay, what is your overall organizing skills? How beautifully you plate it. So what kind of knowledge you have with what dish, what is the accompaniment, condiments or the sauce or the dips, right? So there are a lot of things, the skill, knowledge as well as the hands-on rich experience, which can only happen when you work behind that zone for hours and hours, and slowly you grab that level, right? So what I would like to say, that we cannot determine our career probably and fancy our chances looking at something. Maybe we can have different kind of, today's we have a lot of reality shows with these master chefs and all, right? वो टीवी में देखने में बहुत अच्छा लगता है. It looks wonderful. But what good does it make to us? So I say, in my own words, if I have to teach somebody a cocktail, I will never teach somebody from the books. I will ask, you wish to be a bartender, right? I would ask, okay, you better be inside the bar. Okay, you see what are the glasswares. You imagine what drink you want to make. Okay, see what the ingredients are there. So you have to be in the action mode. Then only you will remember. If I have to ask you what is the difference between a caprioshka and a mojito, if I have to study by heart, I cannot excel. But if I have that fun, and if I have that excitement, and if I know exactly how to juggle between different, beverage bottles, and how to, understand the flavor combination and how to beautify a drink and what kind of garnishes, and so you are just not working behind the bar, you are enjoying. Enjoyment is the key factor over here. So I thought, after getting that experience of 1 month training, I was never confident to pursue a life in kitchen. But I had good 3 months exposure with food and beverage, where I had worked with in-room dining, where I had worked in restaurants, so I was pretty much confident. So when I got my first job, way back in the year 1999, I was very confident that yes, I'm 100% sure I'm applying for a butler and I would definitely compete for a butler. So my first job I cracked with Le Meridian Pune, which is absolutely adjacent to the railway station. Now it is named as Sheraton Grand. The brand name has changed. Okay, that time it was a part of Starwood brand. So I started my career as a butler. So now when I started my career as a butler, I understood by that time that what are my strengths I need. What are the strengths? I need to be good in speaking. So I understood what are my strengths. I understood in terms of I have interest in the beverage knowledge. I have interest behind the bar. I have interest in the restaurant operation. And I have deeply gone through with the in-room dining operations. Because to become a butler, your 40% of the knowledge comes from in-room dining, because butler is a personalized service. So now these are the reasons which is good enough for me to take a decision. Yes, I'm good to go. But imagine if I have taken the first step wrong, what would have happened? What would have happened? Imagine I would have taken the job of a chef, where I think probably that is not a part of my bread and butter. क्या हो सकता था? आप बताओ. What is your good name? Imagine it is you, that you fancy your chances in kitchen, but your skill, your ability, your confidence lies in some other department. What would you have done? what is the first thing which will hit your mind?
I would not like the word.
You will not like the word. Okay. What's your good name?
Hemant Kumar Chaudhary.
Hemant. Yes, he mentioned he will not like that work. Very good. Sit down, sit down. Okay. So now, if you don't like your job, what you should be doing? You step back. Okay. So, but something you need to do in life, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
So I might not like one department. I might not like one particular sector of the industry. Like hospitality, as an industry, it's a huge industry, right? Where we don't have only jobs for hotels. We have jobs for resort. We have airlines, right? What else we have? Cruise. What else? Bolo? Huh? Motels. What else? Okay. What else? Even retail is a part of hospitality? Yes or no? Okay. I'll just give an example. I'm just giving a very, very, very common example. Okay. You want to earn big. You want to earn money. So where you would like to choose? A hotel in your hometown or a cruise abroad? Which one will you choose? Ah, okay. Now I have another question. If you doubt that you are not physically fit and you fall sick every alternative day in a week, your attendance is not very good in the college as expected, right? So what will you do? What are the areas you should be improving? How? That is the question. How? You are all second year students, right? So I'm sure probably you have done 1 year over here. You have successfully crossed 1 year, right? Have you done your self-assessment? On the first day of GNIHM, how was I? And today, what are the developments I did? There is something called human skills. I'm going to talk about now. Why it is required. But what personal self-assessment you have done? Or maybe you have realized कि मैं पहले I was very shy and now at least मुझे कुछ बात करना आता है. I feel that probably I am in a position to talk. I don't feel shy anymore. Or maybe I have a little bit of confidence which is emerging slowly and steadily. So what is the change? I'm going to ask each one of you, what change do you identify before I get into the next level? Yeah. What change? Confidence. Okay, sit down. What change? Communication. You think it's better than before? Okay, very good. Sit down, sit down. Yeah? Sorry? Confidence. Okay. Do you think that something you can still work on? Let us understand also that what is that the world is looking at and what is that you have to address that. What more you can work on? Communication. Can we clap for him? See, the self-realization is the first thing. हमने नहीं उनको नहीं बताया. He mentioned that communication he needs to improve. Exactly. So this is the first step. Yes? What have you improved? Confidence. Okay. Anything more you can improve?
So I can say my speaking skills.
Speaking skills you can work on? Okay. After you graduate from GNIHM or during the tenure in GNIHM?
During the duration of course.
So how does it benefit you? If you think that I can improve my communication after I graduate versus I must develop myself now during the college, what difference does it make?
So it will help me to get to my goals very faster.
Again, no bookish answer. Reality mein aa jao. What difference will you make as a student of GNIHM if you work on your communication now? What difference? What good you will bring to yourself?
So to get in touch with people.
How does it benefit? What is the benefit? World moves on money. Everyone looks for benefit. Everyone looks for money. Everyone looks for accomplished goals. What is that you are benefiting? आपको आगे कुछ सोचना है ना, you need to better yourself. Why you want to do better? For what? Huh? Money. How you will get money? Of course, when you crack interviews nicely with big brands coming, right? There are 10 students, 9 does not know how to speak fluent English, 1 knows. वो भले उनको काम नहीं आता लेकिन वो कॉन्फिडेंस से वो interview will be cracked very easily. So this is what it makes a difference. Sit down. Yeah. What difference you have made?
Communication skills and interaction with others have been a little bit improved.
Better?
Yes.
Okay. What else you can make it better?
Sir, I think sir, my time management skills are still need to be improved.
So you're working on that?
Yes.
Very good. Very good. Yes?
Sir, my personality.
Okay. You have bettered. Okay. You have bettered on your confidence? Okay. Yes? Communication you have bettered than before? Okay.
Confidence and communication both.
Okay.
But this thing I am doing on work on the communication.
Okay. Yes.
Communication and confidence.
Okay. 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 Yes. Communication. Okay. Do you think probably you are satisfied with your communication, or you feel that probably still there are rooms for improvement? हाँ ना. आप कॉन्फिडेंट हो आपके कम्युनिकेशन से? नहीं, तो आप और अच्छा करना चाहते हो. ओके. नेक्स्ट. Okay. Why I am getting all the same answers? Or maybe somebody has started with communication and confidence, the rest is all probably doing a copycat. Something of your own.
Punctuality.
You have improved? You're not punctual before? I think I appreciate it. Some difference I can see in his answer. Okay, okay, sit down.
Sir, my little bit of time management
Okay,
and confident and communication skills are still.
okay.
Sir, interact with the other pupils and communication.
Okay. Okay, sit down. I am still looking for one thing which I will be telling at the end of everyone's turn gets over. Yes, sit down. Confidence, okay.
Sir, confidence and communication skills.
All same answer, all copycat answers. Communication. और कुछ improvement नहीं चाहिए आपको? अच्छा ठीक है, चलो. I'm all getting the Xerox copy answers now.
Personality and how to interact with people.
वो पहले से आपका better हो अभी?
Yes, sir.
अच्छा okay, I appreciate. Yes, बताओ. Okay, sit down. Okay, sit down, sit down. Yes.
Grooming sense.
Okay. Yes, madam.
Communication.
Okay. You have improved.
Yes, but I need to improve more.
You need to improve more. Very good. Okay. Yeah. Huh?
Learning.
Learning. Okay. Okay. Yes. Learning. So you are learning and improving. Is that what you meant to say? Okay. Yes, madam. So your interaction has developed in the last 1 year? Thoda? Little bit? Okay, sit down. Yes, madam. Communication and confidence, very good. I'd be giving one honest answer over here in this forum. Something which we say as first impression, and barring very few, 1 or 2 students, everybody has to work on that, and that is your grooming and appearance. I see that you in the college, when you are coming every day, you can see yourself in the mirror that, and you ask yourself, am I a leader? You see yourself physically in the mirror. For today, looking at the mirror does not mean that you have to have some mirror physically present anywhere. No. अपना मोबाइल में सेल्फी कर लो, आपको खुद दिख जाएंगे. You can see your mirror. You know why? that is the first step in this industry. Now I'm coming to that. In terms of my tenure, I've started with Butler, and later on I moved into different hotel brands. I worked with the Park Group, I worked with Hyatt Regency, and then moved into ITC Shonar, the luxury collection, which was one of the pre-opening team member during those days. I'm talking about way back 2004, 2005. So till the time I was with ITC, my initial 12 years till 2011, when India have won the World Cup, right, on 2nd of April. I still remember that was one of the massive eventful day. I was working in ITC Shonar and I was heading the banquet. And you will not imagine the craze of the guest. I still live in those past glory days. So I had a fantastic tenure with ITC before I left. Now during my journey in the first 12 years, I was all in all into food and beverage. Till that time, whom I used to admire, there was a gentleman, I don't know if you have heard about it or not, Mr. Mukt Dogra. He was my food and beverage manager, and I worked under him for last 5 years in that same hotel. So he gave me a responsibility of training the youngsters and the juniors of all the different outlets in that hotel. And we used to have 9 F&B outlets. There are lounges, specialty restaurant, there were 4 restaurants, there were 2 bars, so there were tea lounge, and it's a massive operation. Okay. So like what happens in hotel industry, everybody is in a crisis, and people are some time there are new people, untrained people. So I was given a responsibility of training those entire brigade of 9 outlets, handling them with regards to the training part of F&B. So that is where my journey started in training. So when I successfully got through, I was also a part of the Six Sigma. I also got through as a certified departmental trainer, and I also successfully completed Train the Trainer. Then one day, my boss called me in his office, and I'll never forget this. He said, Abhijit, काम बहुत मस्त कर लेते हो, but I still see your future is not F&B, your future is training. मैं उनको बोला, सर क्यों सर? मैं अपने नौकरी से खुश हूँ. I am happy with my job. I love F&B. Then he said, what I see you don't see in yourself. यानी कि जो मैं आप में देख रहा हूँ वो आप खुद नहीं देख पा रहे हो. I can see yourself rising to glory in training क्योंकि you love to interact with people and your delivery and teaching styles are quite prominent, and you can take this seriously as a profession by choice. So my next assignment, I was with Radisson Blu as a training manager in 2012. And from 2012, there was no looking back. The reason being, not only in hotels, I had also lived for a long stint in hotel, into learning and development, training the entire hotel team, and moving forward, I have been a part of education sector, like where you all, so I understand both the side of the coin. I understand what is the student psychology which goes. The first day during admission and the last day when you bid farewell to the campus. So because I have been through this journey for 5 long years when I was with a part of GNIHM. I have also been a part of other segments of hospitality industry. With medical industry, I was associated with a hospital, and I was also associated with a resort. I was heading Club Mahindra for the Rajasthan belt. And not to forget, I also had an opportunity to work for casino industry in Goa. So I would like to conclude with one thing over here, is that again I'm coming to one thing. You ask yourself, A for attitude, S for skill, and K for knowledge. Again I am saying, knowledge will be given by the institution, skill will be given by the hotels. वो आपको काम सिखा देंगे. The pressure will teach you the job. You don't worry about that. Right? But who will drive the attitude? Nobody. Neither the industry, nor any institution, nor any teacher, nor any mentors. Nobody. Attitude is something what you carry, that burning desire. Yes, I want to. Yes, no matter whatever happens, yes, I will still. Because I will still work because I love this industry. The word love is very important. The word love does not belong to only Valentine's Day. The word love is existing everywhere. So if I love my job, no matter whatever is the circumstances, I will sail through. But if I don't love, that is why I asked you that what you like, you go for that. What you don't like, do not compromise. If you like kitchen, आपके पास वो प्याज काटते काटते उंगली काट गया, फिर still you like, that's the real passion. Anybody which has happened? आपने किचन में काम किया, उंगली कट गया या कुछ भी खून निकल आया, still you love kitchen? Can I see hands? That is the real passion. Right? Yes? Now same can be applicable for a bar. Carrying a salver loaded with glasses, 4, 5, 6 Pilsner glass, tossed up, disbalance. 6 का 6 glass गया. Okay, 3,000, 4,000 rupees debit. So that does not mean that I will stay back from my passion and I will never enter the bar. No, it happens. It happens with every one of us. Right? So live by your passion, live by your choice, and yes, whatever we are telling you today, it is not any lecture or a gyan, or it is not any particular subject, or it is not a part of your syllabus. It is something, whatever we have acquired, we are just sharing our experiences with you, so that you get a better tomorrow. Right? So with that, I conclude my speech, and I am sure you will remember this in your endeavor to come. Right? Wish you all the best.
Thank you very much, Mr. Abhijit, for your valuable input to the students. And I hope you all have learned a lot of things that you all did not know before. Now I would request Mr. Sumanta, the Learning and Development Manager of Peerless Hotels, to deliver his input to you.
All right. Very good afternoon. How are you all? Are you still there with me after the 2 beautiful sessions? Sure. Trust me, like if I were there at your position at the moment, I said, "नहीं, आज के लिए तो बहुत हो गया. Sir, वापस कभी आ जाना." Right? All right. So I really admire your patience that you want to listen to me actually. All right. So I don't know where to start with because I've forgotten everything. I don't know what to talk about because both the sirs, seniors, they have already said everything. Right? Okay. Let's take it forward. Let's try it. What was the first session was all about? The sir has taken?
4 C's.
C's. It was all about the become successful, right? Okay, great. So my question is that, do you consider yourself successful so far? Yes or no?
No, sir.
No? Okay. Who else thinks no? All right, good. If I can prove that yes, you got the success, but you have not noticed it, for you maybe the definition of success is too high that you are thinking that you have not achieved. But now let me tell you one thing, like I'm sure by this time all of you may have written the journals overnight. right? Pages after pages? 20, 30 pages overnight? More than 70? Right. I feel your pain. Trust me. So, the thing is that time that when you were at the end of writing your journals, the last word you have written it down, how did you feel? Relax? Good? Kar diya maine. Done. I have done it. Then maybe that you have taken those particular threads, the practical copy, you have tied knot, and you have kept that your copy on the table maybe, right? Now you're looking at the front page, how beautiful it looks like, right? I'm done. Don't you consider that, sir, that is a success? For me, that was a success, isn't it? So what do I mean to say? I mean to say like, keep your goals high, for sure. But each and every time you do something for yourself, appreciate yourself, right? Now tell me one thing, the time that when you have written down the last word, maybe that before you, that your friends have finished it off, right? You feel like, uska to ho gaya, mera to nahi hua, wo to ja raha hai bahar, main to ja nahi pa raha hu. What do? Do you go? You don't go outside. You still give that last effort. Let me try. Last time. Maybe your handwritings, it is not like the similar one the way you started. But still, from there, you said, no, kharab ho raha hai, thoda sa try kar leta hu. So you are maintaining that consistency. You're trying. So why don't you appreciate yourself? Right? Every time I used to write the journals, and the next day morning I used to call my mom, Mom, I've written down the 70 pages. I'm sure that all of we do it. We all are the human beings, right? So don't you consider that as a success? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Right? That is the success, for sure. Maybe, like all of you have done a lot to pursue this course. Maybe that you fought with your parents, maybe with your relatives, they said that what you'll be doing after pursuing these courses, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Then you said, no, this is the thing that what I can do the best. But it took a lot of time, lot of courage from your end. Kaise samjhaun, samajhta nahi hai. And then at the end, Papa Mummy ne bola, chal beta, kar le. Jo hoga tu dekhega, mujhe kuch mat bolna iske baad, maine paisa de diya, mera kaam khatam. That is success for me. That you have managed someone to pursue your own dreams, or you have required someone else's help to put you forward. Because you do have the boundary of the monetary things, right? So over here, what happened? That you managed someone, and now today you are here in this classroom. Now think about the time that when you bought the prospectus from this college, or maybe from the other colleges as well, didn't you open it up, you saw that some pictures like this were given in the prospectus? And you thought it like, if I could be one of them in the picture? I don't know, right? So today you are there in this place. That is the success, right? Success requires the time. It requires the time. It took a lot of time. It is not going to happen overnight, right? Now if I ask you, let me ask you one very diplomatic question, all right? You should not dishearten me, all right? Also, you have to please me a bit more, correct? If I ask you, remember the conditions, what I said. I said that you should not dishearten me, right? Am I successful? Am I successful? If you say no, that is an insult for me. If you say yes, I will oppose you. Maybe.
Wow. Who said
Wow.
that?
All right, very good.
Very smart answer.
Now see, try to relate this thing. Try to relate this
The students.
with the guest perspective. Guest said that your full room is occupied. Can I get the room? Means you have said to the guest, the rooms are occupied. right? There's no such vacant room. So, but I want to stay over here. Almost similar things, my question and this one. So now can you say it to the guests or maybe? Your answer was absolutely right, I really appreciate. If you say maybe, what does it sound like? Not bit of attitude in the words? देख लो, मिलेगा तो मिलेगा, मिल सकता है बाद में, बैठ जाओ यहाँ पे, देखेगा हम लोग. Correct? Right. Coming back to my question again. Am I successful? Is there anyone else who wants to answer? Just take it very lightly. I'm sure that none of your teachers are listening to your answers. Trust me. Any such answers that you can give to please me a bit? No? Means I'm not successful. I'm not successful. You have insulted me. I'm not going to come anymore. No. Sit down, please. Please. All right? Yes, it's a fact. I'm not successful.
No one will be successful who will come on that.
Yes, you're correct. You're absolutely correct.
So
What I want,
because everyone needs something to achieve in their life.
Of course.
And life, when मतलब जब तक इंसान जीवित रहता है तब तक उसको कुछ न कुछ चाहिए ही होता है.
चाहिए होता है, ये तो फैक्ट है.
Well said.
चाहे कितना भी पैसा हो पर पैसा से मन नहीं भरता.
पैसे से मन नहीं भरता. कितना पैसे चाहिए आपको?
चाहे कितना भी दे दीजिए कि उसके बाद
मैं लेने के लिए आया हूँ, देने के लिए नहीं आया हूँ. आप लोग कॉलेज को दे रहे हो, आप लोग कॉलेज को दो आप लोग. Chalo, very good. Sit down. Try to understand that what is my perspective, that why I'm asking you this question, because sometime that you have to interact with the guest, and the guest, they are gonna tell you, right, different queries, which will sound to you very much stupid. Those does not actually have the proper, authentic or the logical answers. But still, the guest don't want to listen to these answers of like the uncertainty, which is like maybe or maybe the no. Correct? Now, if you ask me, like, if you are successful or not, the same question what I have asked you, right? Cannot we tell it on the other way around? Right? Sir, you have achieved a lot, but with the potential what you have, I'm sure that you can achieve many more. So why do you want to stop it over here? Now, which answers would you prefer? Which one? Maybe? No? Or this one? What I've said?
What you have said.
What I've said, right? Very good, I appreciate it. Sach mein na? Sure? Okay. Maybe, right? Maybe. I agree. So this is something that in our industry, there are the multiple times that when you have to deal with the guest, where that your first answer will come immediate to your mind to give no. Aayega ya aayega, aapke mind mein, right? But that particular time that you have to take a deep breath, be slow, and go for an answer so that the guest can be pleased for the time being. And there that we follow the rules of that my first response would never be no to the guest. What did I say? My first response would be never with a no to the guest. Right? इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? पहला तो एटलीस्ट मैं ना नहीं बोलूंगा पहला, लेकिन दूसरा मैं ना बोल सकता हूं, लेकिन मैं स्ट्रेट वे ना भी नहीं बोल सकता हूं, घुमा के बोलना पड़ेगा. Right? So maybe on those certain scenarios, it is very important for you to learn, because maybe at your positions जब आप लोग सोचते हो ना, आप लोग अभी काम नहीं किया, so what do you think, like यार ना है तो नहीं मिलेगा, कैसे possible है? But there we go. Like, sir, I wish I could do it for you. I'll try my best. Let me check once again.
but जाना उसी प्लेस पे तो घुमा के.
घुमा के क्यों? Okay, very good. Put yourself into the place of guest. Put yourself into the place of guest. Right? Maybe that you are there, you have booked a hotel room possibly, right? Maybe with a loved one, right? and you want the view from the hotel room so that you can have a view of the outside of the city. But maybe due to the high occupancy, you have not got it. So now if you come and if you ask me, क्या मुझे दूसरा रूम मिल सकता है? But room है नहीं. So मैं अगर सीधा सीधा आपको बोलता हूँ कि नहीं मिलेगा, कितना बार बोलूँ? Occupied है. आप क्या सोचोगे? क्या करोगे आप? बोलोगे हाँ हाँ नहीं ठीक, मैं डर गया, मैं रह जाऊँगा वहाँ पे. बोलोगे? नहीं ना? आपको पसंद नहीं आएगा ना? Would you go back to the hotel once again? And this is what the hospitality, what we do. We respect the emotions of the people. We respect the feelings of the people. You understand? And there it is, maybe the multiple times that you have heard of from your teachers or the faculty members, the sympathy and the empathy. Right? What is the sympathy and the empathy? What does it mean, sympathy and the empathy? क्या होता है sympathy? दया दिखाना, right? कोई यहाँ पे गिर गया, क्या हुआ? अच्छा गिर गया, अरे sorry लगा है. Sympathy, done. What is the empathy? Empathy? Someone said something, please open up. जाके help करना. Actions is very much important over there. You go with the ice cubes, you go, you put it, you ask that, are you fine? Let me take you to the hospitals, let me do something for you, right? That is what the sympathy and empathy, and that is what pretty much important for this hospitality industry. जो बात आपने बोला, you are right from your point of view, but think about that in your hotel, maybe the Ambani or some other celebrities came and they have asked you something and you have said no. Just imagine, put yourself into the place. Got your answer, I believe? Yes. Right? So that is what the nature of our hospitality. And trust me, the hospitality, if it comes from a core of the heart, you will be the true professionals of this industry. Right? आपको feel करना पड़ेगा. But the thing is that the topic was that the successful or not successful something, right? So now, what do you think the success that comes overnight? No, right?
Sir.
Yes, please. No, right? Okay, good. So how long approximately it takes to get the success? It depends on the person to person.
It depends upon efforts.
Upon efforts, upon on your targets. For me,
Some goals.
goals, very good. Sorry?
Discipline and consistency.
Discipline, okay, very good. So basically, now see the targets, what you have, right? Maybe someone of you have got the target. Maybe you have joined this industry by looking at some different videos and all, that this industry can give you a lot of money. Someone is passionate about the kitchen, someone passionate about the bar, or maybe the front office and etc. Right? So that is what, that from there that you take it forward, right? Now, on the other hand, if we talk about this particular success, if I am telling you the success doesn't come overnight, I'm sure that you ask your faculty members, you ask whosoever sitting over here, that did they get fail in their career so far? And the answer would be yes. We all have got failed at a certain point of time. And there was no one to hold our hand, because we cannot tell everything to our parents, right? Because the parents have said to us that I have paid the money, now it's your career, you take care. So now we cannot tell everything to the parents. So that particular failure that you have to overcome. Correct? And it is not that easy. Run behind of success, make your dream big, goal big, everything big. But in the middle of the time, make sure that you also should know about this particular thing, that if you get fail, how would you overcome from there? So because of that, that you have to be self-motivated. What does it mean by self-motivated?
Motivating ourselves.
Motivating ourselves. You don't need your friends and all. If someone is giving the motivations, you can do it, fine. If no one gives you, that also fine. I know that I am up to. I really appreciate, like all of you have said, sir, I have to develop this, such things. Maybe the communication, maybe the grooming, something. Right? So that particular realization, the self-evaluations, it is very much important. I don't know how much you get my this point, but certain point of time, like, have you ever given the interviews? Any interviews have you given?
No, sir.
No, right? Okay, fine. Let me tell you one of the stories. Like, I was there in Dubai for some time. So, like, I have given the interview in the Jumeirah group of hotel. All right? Maybe that you know the Burj Al Arab, Jumeirah
Yes,
Beach
sir.
Hotel. That's the one. So, I've given the interview. I've given the interview in the month of August. Month of August. It was like several follow-ups that what I have done, but I have not got any particular positive feedback from the hotel end. And I thought maybe I'm not selected, that is how that they have not given me the call back. Right? So I forgot about that hotel, and next year, month of March, I got a call from the same hotel that yes, you are selected, you can come for the assignment and all. Right? So just imagine that period of time from August to March, what went in my head. Every time, like, what wrong that I did that I could not get through. Right? I was not getting the answers. So it doesn't mean that every time you'll be doing everything perfect, also you'll get it. No. You'll be doing everything perfect, sometimes the result, it can be negative. Does not mean that you are not up to. Is it clear? Right? So that particular thing that you have to keep in your mind every time. Now see, from standing over here that we are talking a big things, very big things we are talking about, right? Maybe that you are realizing at the moment by sitting over here, I have got the communication problem, I don't know what to do. Next, I don't know how to step in. आप लोग जो बोल रहे हो सही है, लेकिन मेरा problem, मेरा challenges it different है. By sitting over here at the moment, maybe you are thinking, right? So there it is, like, go for the short-term goals always at this point. Short-term goal means what will be maybe the next 2 months, I'll improve my communication. What will be in the next 6 months, right? What will be after passing out, or maybe what will be before the interview. Correct? That is how you go, and focus on the big things that the sir has said, right? And now those who have said, like, I want to join the front office. Who said? Front office, raise your hand. Okay, good. Anyone else? Okay, all right. You are in which years?
First year.
Your first year. Miss, you? First year. So that means that you have joined in the last year, I believe. All right. So if I ask you, like, what exactly have you done so that you can tell that something extra you have done? Tell me, please.
Sir, I did my online course from IIT Kharagpur soft skill.
Okay, very good. So how it will help for you to get successful in this particular industry or to join the front office?
Sir, I learned different gestures,
Good,
communication skills,
good,
how to handle guests.
good, very good,
Yes, sir.
very good. Sit down. Miss, I know that every faculty has said you to stand up, so why should I be the exception? Let me make you stand as well. Tell me. Did nothing, right? Good. Good. Sit down. Let me tell you one thing. You have to parallel that your goal, your career, everything together. You have done the right thing. Now tell me that after, maybe after 3 years, after 5 years, maybe that you'll be moving abroad.
Yes, sir.
Maybe someone,
Yes,
right? Now, in the abroad, definitely the market, especially into the ships and all, what happened? The Russian guest, the French guest.
So currently, sir, I know, sir, Hindi, English, Urdu, and currently I am learning Arabic and Russian.
Very good. I really appreciate.
Yes,
I
sir.
really appreciate. Right? So that is what was my point, is that if you have got the target, so to fulfill that target, what exactly the other things that what we are doing? So go for the French. You know, into this industry, the French means what? Right? French and the Russian. Go for these two languages, especially that will help you out for the front office in the future. Additional languages. You will understand the importance of this, of learning, when you are submitting your CV for this particular ship and abroad jobs. Got my point? Right?
Yes, sir.
Before I move forward, is there any questions from your end maybe? Which questions? Anything, anything, you can be open up. No questions? Sure? No challenges? So tell me, what are the challenges that you'll be having after passing out? বল কিছু বলছিলিস তুই
So how can I get like a job in abroad, like Middle East countries?
ওকে ভেরি গুড
So like I'm developing multilingual
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ
and I have done soft skills. I'm trying to improve my communication skills. And what are the more skills required for me to get job in Middle East countries like Dubai,
Dubai.
and Qatar?
Qatar
Yes, sir, like that.
like that. Okay, fine. I have got the jobs. Yesterday only my friend, they were talking to me and they said that we have got some vacancies. Correct. So if you want to join, I can make you join, that's for sure. But tell me that if my friend asks me, like if I forward your CV, that how up to that my reference is for that particular job, what should be my answer to him? अगर वो मुझे पूछता है कि आप में ऐसा क्या है कि आपको ले ले, so what should be my answer to him?
So my multilingual skills, soft skills,
All right.
the ability to communicate with different types of guests. Like I can say I can have a conversation with 35% of world population because I can talk with South Asian countries, like the people from Pakistan, Afghanistan, India, and all the Southeast countries. And I can also developing like I am at the beginner level of Russian language. English I can communicate very easily. With every guest I can have a contact.
Good. Now tell me one thing. You are absolutely fine. You are very much confident. You know that you are on the right track. You are even trying. I really appreciate that. Now tell me one thing. Like if my friend is telling that he also has got some resumes, like from the different nationals for the same position. So in that term, like how should I give you the backup? You understand my question?
No, sir.
Suppose like my friend, he has got the different CV along with the experiences of last 5 years, 6 years, and maybe also they are from the different nationals, maybe the Russian, right? So now if he asks me that why I'm referring you to him, so he should actually take them. So how should I give you the backup? Sit down.
I do not have any experience.
Sit down. That is what? That you have to have the bit of experiences. What is the experience? What is the experience? Learning new things daily. Very good. Now, sometimes that I felt the people they talk about, like I have worked for the 15 years in the industry. Because if you go to the industry, you'll find there are some people who are non-technical, who have not done any hotel management and all, but still they are working. Right. So they are saying that we are working for 15 years, but it actually doesn't reflect in their body language. Do you count that as an experience? Absolutely not. Right? What is experience? You work for 1 year, 2 years, and then afterwards what happened that you absorb everything which is required for this particular industry to deliver. Your body language, your behavior, your way of talk, your tone of voice, the way you look at others, the way you help each other, right? Your punctuality, your discipline, everything. This all matters, right? So that is how that we require the experience, right? So don't think about all of these things. Keep your goal up. Now slow move, very slow move. Getting a job, it will never be a concern in abroad. Trust me. But your survival, that can be a challenge, always, right? So first you make yourself accustomed with this particular environment, with the different challenges, what you'll be facing up, and then from there, slowly you go forward. And that is how that you will get your success. Never be too pushy to yourself. Don't push yourself too much. Why my friend has got it, why I have not got it. Similar example like the writing journals. Your friend may have done it. It's fine, good. You have your own time, own space, right? Don't compare yourself with someone else. Go slow, be slow, but achieve slowly, right? Just motivate yourself. Keep yourself always like smiley faces. The time when I entered to this room and I was like, my goodness, should I smile or should I keep quiet? Then somehow that I control myself. I was looking here and there on that time. So it doesn't matter that why you are. Be yourself. Keep your smile on all the time, right? But now tell me that how to smile if I tell you. The guest is telling you that I have lost my iPhone. And your smile? You understand? What does it mean? It means tell me the color and the number. If I find it, I'll keep it with myself. So you have to understand when to smile, how much to smile, all right? And that is what. Sometimes the guest will be complaining and you'll be smiling. That's not okay. But like, yes, you have to understand the situation. That is what the sir has said, that particular attitude things that we cannot teach any one of you. It completely should come from within yourself. You have to understand where you are in, right? And that hungerness, it has to be there within yourself. Hungerness for what? Hungerness for achieving. All of you more or less watch these particular cricket matches, I believe, right? So you see the Virat Kohli nowadays, like, he has achieved everything. There's nothing for him to prove, but still with that particular passion. And now see, long back, like there was Agarkar, cricketer, right? He has got the multiple ducks in the Australia. But the time that when he has scored the first run after like 7 or 8 matches, he has raised his bat actually. That particular one run, it is also a success. So success, it is there every time. Appreciate yourself and be positive always, right? You'll be having a friend who's a senior sometime that who is going to tell you a bit negative things about the industry. It's a fact. But don't go with that, right? Always be motivated yourself. You do your own research, and that is how to go forward. Correct? Is there anything else from your end? Anything? Go ahead.
Like, what are the daily challenges you face in your job and position?
At the moment or at the beginning stage?
No, at the moment.
At the moment, I can tell you, my boss is over here.
Okay, sir.
See, the thing is, the challenge is there every time. It is like the multi-skilling, right? Means like the multiple people is gonna give you the multiple instructions at a time, right? It may happen. It will definitely happen. Multiple instructions. So maybe that before we come over here, like you were all be seated, some teachers telling, go there, sit there, do this, do that. Maybe the course officer had arranged all of these things, maybe, right, give you the guidance and all, etc. So the multitasking, it is there every time. And that is a big challenge, trust me. If you know it, you will enjoy it. But if you don't know it, you will run like a headless chicken. It is for sure. You understood? So the multitasking, that is always a challenge, so you have to understand. For that your mind, it has to be pretty much clear, your mind. Everything, it has to be clear in your mind. What to do, what is the priority, what to finish off at the beginning, what can be taken care at the last. Right? And what else? Something was in my mind, but somehow that I've forgotten. Another thing, that challenge, if I tell you, it is like that your leadership quality, as the sir was telling, that na bolna sikho. It is important to say no. I understand in this particular hospitality industry, we cannot say no to every time, but yes, there is a certain extent. The time when you become a manager, there will be the guest, they will be demanding a lot of things from you. Oh, you are the manager, I need this, I need that. Okay, I'm coming the next year, get my room ready from this time. So those are the times that you have to know how to say no to that guest, right? So that is what is a big challenge. And then the leadership, it is pretty much important at every stage of your life. Like leadership, what is the leadership? Suppose like if I ask any one of you, like for me, out of 100, if I get 40, trust me, I'll go and have party. But maybe there's a few over here who even after scoring 90 out of 100, still not happy. Correct? So as my faculty, if you are my faculty members, your task will be there that my target is a 40, so how you can take it to at least 41, 42, 45. To let me know that what is my abilities, what I can do, and that is what that it works, right? You have to motivate others. At the moment I'm talking about you, that you have to motivate yourself, but at a certain point of time in your life, it will be there that where the people will be looking at you. You will be the role model for them. So that time to motivate them, to take them forward, right? So that is how that it works. So it is not easy. It is not really that easy. There are the multiple things out there inside, right? So that is what is all about. I did not take it much more. So I'm just summarizing everything. Any questions from anyone? Sir, please, sir.
Not a question, sir. Just to give you an insight that this batch will be going for training very soon. Now when they will be selecting properties and they are going to sit in various properties, various times, when here now and then. They will come to us and asking us, sir, whether this property is good or should I go to that one? That dilemma happens to us a lot. And we always try to, give them very black and white answers, or like every property has their pros and cons and something like that. But this constant struggle of selecting which brand or a higher package, a good brand with a lower package, or a unknown brand with a higher package. This constant conflict happens with this minds very often. So if you can,
Definitely, sir.
give a solution.
Definitely, sir. The first thing from my end is that very easy. That is, first you deserve, then you demand for the job. Very easy. You are telling that you want to be the GM, you want to be the front office manager, but at the moment that if I give you a scenario maybe to take the briefing of the staff, are you able to do it? Absolutely not at this moment. So definitely at this moment you are not ready. Ask yourself, if I am giving you if restaurant full of the guests and you are the restaurant manager or the supervisor to manage the full restaurant, I'm ready to give you the 2 lakh of salary per month. Now you think, can you run it for a day even? Absolutely not. Big answer, no. I'm telling you no. Right? So what does it mean? It means first you deserve, then you demand. And about selecting the different hotels and all with the low package, high package, I'll tell you, forget about the packages at the moment. First 2 years, 2.5 years, don't think about the packages. How much your friend earning does not matter at the beginning stages, right? It is all about you look for how much you can learn from that particular property. If you have done your training for the 5-star hotel, maybe that you will find that most of the time they will keep you into the back area only. They're not going to put you forward. But for you, the time from there to you get a job, you go and they ask you as an employee of the organization that you go and you deal with the guest. Trust me, from your mind insert, you will be like afraid of kya baat karu, kya baat nahi karu. Because you have not faced during your training time, right? And that is how that you are afraid of. And trust me, अगर एक बार ये वाला afraidness आ गया ना आपका दिल पे, निकलना बहुत मुश्किल है. That is how wherever you are getting an opportunity to learn, the much you can learn, go involve yourself. First 2 years, first 3 years, let others give a chance to use you. Simple. Use you. That particular word I am using. बेटा उठ जा, सो रहा है मन तू बैठ के वहाँ पे. अरमान, right? ठीक है, टेंशन नहीं है. मैं किसी को बोलूँगा नहीं. मैं टीचर को भी नहीं बोला मैंने अभी तक. Is it clear? Is it clear for all of you? Use yourself. I am telling you a very like one example. Like the time when I moved to Dubai, my first hotel, it was one and only the Palm Dubai, and there my position, it was the waiter, right? So I was doing all of those things. All of a sudden, like my bartender, he actually left. So there was no one. Now what happened? One fine day, like manager found I have got a bit of knowledge on that particular time. Now no more, as Mr. Costa is here, so I'm not going to go into that. So all of a sudden, my manager told me, you have to take care of the bar. And I'm like, कैसे करूँ? कुछ पता नहीं है मुझे. And he has actually used me a lot, trust me. He used to call me morning 10 o'clock to the shift. I used to come 10 to 1 o'clock. My sommelier used to take my training for the whole team, the month of summer in Dubai. So 3 hours of training. Then from there to start my work, I used to finish by morning 5. So morning 10 to morning 5. Calculate the hours. Calculate the hours. Multiple thought, it came to my mind to leave the industry multiple times. But patience, that works for me. And that is how, from there, afterwards, being a waiter, I had to hardly work as a waiter. It was like assisting the sommelier. When the sommelier is not there, I have to do all of his tasks. If my manager could not use me on that time, I would never know that I can do it. Because आप लोगों को पता होगा कि आप लोगों को अगर grapes का नाम पूछे, wine का नाम पूछे, आप लोग सोचने में पड़ जाओगे आप लोग. I also have got the same conditions over there. You got my point? So what the sir has said, it is absolutely like correct thing I have also faced in my educational times. So like first you deserve, then you demand, and don't be too picky at the moment. What have you learned that matters the most? Because in the interview, hardly anyone is going to go through of your CV. One question, what have you learned? What do you know? As simple as that, right? So first 2 years or 3 years, right? Give yourself time, increase your knowledge, that's all. Mr. Kosam, yes.
In this phase, lots of quality hoteliers, they are losing behind. Recently a student from the batch of 2022 left Taj Mahal Palace, Mumbai.
Okay.
Why? When I asked him, he said, I am not liking the man. That's it.
Like the man or management?
Manager.
Manager, okay.
And he left. And he's sitting idle for 2 months. And he's an excellent, good person whom I have been with. Like, what happened in this regard? A boy is getting a job in a property, say for example ABC. He's finding some cons in that property, and their friend is calling them from the other property. Ki idhar pe some problem nahi hai. And this boy is leaving that property and coming back to this property. And here in this 6 months of time, they're losing their career.
Exactly.
So this is the problem that most of the generations of this particular generation.
See, this is something like, where it is all about, like, sometimes what happened, this industry is completely different. Now, if you think, like, class 10, class 12, you got like out of 100, maybe the 80% mark, 90% marks, right? And you are the all in all, right? Don't be there in that mindset. This industry, agar aap pass out bhi kar jate ho, that is also fine, but your behavior, your body language, that matters the most. वो होगा तो आप industry में successful हो. Now what the sir has said, with that I easily understand, the people have got the ego inside. Ego inside, right? In this industry you should not have the ego, and trust me, once you are egoless, you are going to be a better person. With a bit of ego inside yourself, it is not going to work. Let me tell you one of the stories, like I've shared few days back in one of college. जब मैं training कर रहा था, and that time, like, I was doing the clearance into the restaurant, right? So the rule is that the time when you do the clearance, make sure that particular clearance tray that has to be covered up with the napkin or the serviette. And I was all alone. So what exactly happened? That no one actually told me, or maybe it was my fault that I did not notice it because of the busyness of the restaurant. So I just carried the tray without covering it up, and I was going. And my manager stand in front of me, and he stand like this, and he's like not saying a single word, right? Not saying a single word. And the tray was too heavy for me on that time. I was already like this. He says, "Hat jao, jana hai." And he's like smiling. I could not, trust me. Then my manager has said something. Take it very positively. There are plenty of things to learn. He said, next time, अगर इसके ऊपर मैं सफेद कपड़ा नहीं देखा, मैं तेरा मुंह के ऊपर सफेद कपड़ा दे दूंगा. What does it mean? He has actually threatened me. He's gonna kill me out next time. Is it really? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. He wanted to teach me a lesson to remember it, and that is how that I still remember that incident. It is a 17 years backstory. Whereas, on that particular time, if he could pick up a napkin to place it up, maybe today I didn't have got this thing to tell you. On that time, honestly, I felt it bad. I gave lot of good words in my mind about him. Good words means you understand. Right? So, there it is. That जब आपको सीखना है ना, सर नीचे करके सीखो. जब सीखना हो जाए, तब थोड़ा सा उठा लेना, लेकिन ज़्यादा नहीं. ठीक है? And that is how that is ego कुछ मत रखो यार. Ego रहेगा तो this industry is different, completely different. एक बार निकाल के तो देखो, एक बार माफी मांग के तो देखो. आप लोग शायद दोस्तों में सॉरी भी नहीं बोलते होंगे, शायद कुछ हो गया था. अब बात नहीं करेगा, छोड़ यार उसे. कौन बात करेगा उससे? हाँ, होता है ना. लेकिन जब इंडस्ट्री में जाओगे ना, मे बी इन अ डे कितना बार सॉरी बोलोगे, गेस्ट को पता भी नहीं होगा. उस टाइम में क्या बोलोगे? मुझे सॉरी नहीं बोलना है. आप गलत हो तो गलत हो, हम सही है, सॉरी क्यों बोले? Is it gonna work? It is our profession. I'm telling you one thing very frankly. Now I am wearing this jacket. I am giving you the speeches. That is how that I am giving you like that. You see me outside, I'm completely different person. Trust me. Maybe in the local train I'm arguing. Someone tell me something, I give back. I shoot back, right? But the thing is that this industry doesn't allow me to do that because I have chosen this industry. I have chosen. I'm sure that all of you have chosen it. So why you are not going to change yourself? You got my point, right? So that is how it is all about. Mr. Costa, anything else? Right? So I believe that I'm almost done with my things. Maybe whatever we have said, the sir has said, keep that in the mind. It is going to definitely help you out. But don't like after this session you're going out, "Arey yaar, thak gaya, peet dard kar raha hai, aur nahi ho raha hai," and then you forget everything. After this session, give yourself 10 minutes of time to note it down, that particular bullet points what we have said, and try to keep it remember. It is going to help you out. लेकिन ये door से निकलते ही, अरे यार क्या था, कुछ नहीं था, वही एक ही जो फर्स्ट ईयर में सुना था वही बोल के गया सर लोग. ठीक है, बताओ बेटा.
सर एक बाउंड्री माइंड होगा था कि हाँ इसके बाद लगता है कि हाँ इस प्रॉपर्टी को छोड़ दें.
इस हाँ
मतलब जॉब कर रहे हैं या फिर कुछ ऐसा कर रहे हैं तो उसके बाद एक कुछ बाउंड्री माइंड होता है जिसके बाद लगता है कि हाँ अब इसको छोड़ देना चाहिए मुझे. ऐसा
छोड़ दो. कौन रोका है? पहला दिन छोड़ दो. छोड़ दो. कौन मना किया है? एक बात याद रखो, बैठो. एक बात याद रखना हमेशा, that if you're working in a property, if you want to resign and go, you put your resign, you can go immediately. Right? But always remember, for that particular job to get, how much effort you have given and how much you gave your maybe hard time, sir mera job kab hoga. So you should have the respect to your job also, to the property, where from that you are getting the bread and butter. It is also important. On an ethical ground, you have to be correct all the time. Definitely at a certain point you have to leave, but make sure once you are leaving, as the sir has said, that person, he has left the Taj Mumbai and sitting idle. Who has lost it? Do you think the Taj has lost him? Absolutely not. He has lost a bright career actually. Right? On a certain stage, if you think that you have learned everything from this property, there's nothing much to learn, you have earned enough money, now you have got the next job in your hand, so definitely you can leave. Sometimes to be honest, I regret that why I have left my job in Dubai. Because me and my friend joined the same day as supervisor. Today he is like more than F&B manager today. Right? And I'm working over here. But doesn't mean that I'll regret that why I'm over here. I'm also happy in my place, what I'm doing, right? But maybe I think like मुझे छोड़ना नहीं चाहिए था, शायद मुझे थोड़ा सा और effort देना चाहिए था. That last try maybe I have not done it. So अब छोड़ो होटल, definitely छोड़ो यार, छोड़ दो. लेकिन join किया तो कुछ दिन तो काम कर लो at least. ठीक है, फिर छोड़ देना आप वहाँ पे. Correct? और कुछ? नहीं? सीख लिया सब कुछ? Done. भूल जाओगे ना पक्का? हाँ? बताओ क्या बताया मैंने अभी तक? Okay, all right. Thank you so much. Nice to meet you all. All right. I really appreciate every one of yours. I feel a bit nostalgic because on my time, college time, I was there on this side. The guest is to come just to give the speeches, and I have to think like, ये कैसे बन सकता है? ये कैसे position में आ सकता है? He doesn't look like smart. The thing is that if you think the look matters, no, absolutely not. The way you convince the people, your personality to approach others, your tone of voice, those all matters for you, right? Maybe that one day you'll be on this side. It will definitely happen. Wishing you all the luck, all the best of the luck, all right? Get success. And what else? You should also wish me success, please, right? I'm not successful yet. All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Sumanta, for your valuable input to the students. And I'd like to thank all the speakers for their valuable time that they've given to you all. And I hope that you all have learned something today. Keep that in mind. Don't forget it. And one thing I'd like to emphasize on is your grooming. I think one of the speakers mentioned your grooming. I can see some of your groomings are very, very bad. You're wearing a full sleeve shirt, but you're rolling it up. You're in a session, right? And most of you all are wearing your ties without the button over here. There is a button over there which you must button. See how sir is wearing her tie, his tie. See how I'm wearing my tie. These small things matter a lot in this industry. Some of your haircuts are not proper. Some of your shoes, you are wearing the wrong shoe. Please, these small aspects of life will take you to a very big height in this industry. So listen, don't forget what the speakers have said, remember them, and go ahead. Enjoy your life, enjoy your studies, and I hope you'll be successful one day. Thank you very much. Let's go.
Let's have a selfie with the children. I'm going to.
I think if you stand here, it will be better.
No, I'm okay. So you show me a victory, yeah? Oh, I cannot. Come, all of you, come this way.
Come on one edge.
Whoever is angry with me, don't smile. Rest can smile. I'm looking that side. Okay, very nice.
Just hold on there.
Yeah.
We'll just
Now
take
he is
Sumanta.
going to do the copycat.
Sumanta, come here. You just be, you be here. Like take.